It's almost been about 3 years since I ordered this raised bed, and I actually received a question about it. And I realized that I haven't provided any updated reviews. I am in zone 6B in Connecticut, and this is actually a updated video of my raised bed, the current situation. Please excuse the mess. I am still figuring it out. I have my winter sowing situation going on, but the question that I was asked is, have I experienced any type of rotting and bowing with this raised bed? And I have to say, this raised bed has been phenomenal. This was my very first raised bed, and I have not seen any type of rusting. It has not had any type of covers on it during the winter months or as the seasons changed. So this raised bed for the last 3 years has experienced every season: snowstorms, ice, heat, everything in between, of course, rain. But this raised bed has experienced everything. And I will say that I love the quality. I haven't noticed like any bowing, especially because pretty much every year it will settle in a little bit, and you do have to fill it with more soil. So if you are getting a raised bed, I will say the first year to like overfill it, and then the following, like, you really want to make sure you fill it all the way to the top, especially if you're doing like layers. If you're concerned about how you can fill the raised bed, because this is like a really, it does require a good amount of soil and stuff to have it pretty much filled. If you are not using like chip drop, I would highly encourage you, especially if you know that you have a good amount of raised beds that are going to be ordered and coming in this season, I would put in an order for chip drop. That's a free service. This is a non-sponsored post for them, but I know that's another question. Is like, I want to purchase raised beds, but how am I going to fill them? When I originally posted the video, I shared what I filled the raised bed with, but with chip drop, that's another resource. And I would do, every year I top it off with more soil, which is a good thing. That means that it's breaking down, which is what we want. So every year I want to say towards the fall time, all of my raised beds are topped off. This is just a different angle. But there's no rusting on any of the bolts anywhere on the raised bed. There's no rusting or bowing or anything. As you can see, it looks perfect. Of course, it does need to be like wiped off, but it looks absolutely perfect in my eyes. If you notice, there's like a piece missing with the wraparound with the top portion. That's something on my end. I believe I like miscalculated where to cut it. So that has nothing to do with the product and the manufacturer in itself. That's just something that I did. And honestly, it has been exposed to all of the temps, and there's still no rusting, which is very, very impressive. I wouldn't suggest that you do that. That was just an error on my end, but I will say it really does speak volumes of the brand itself and the quality of their products. This year I am using, again, this raised bed for my garlic. I am not sure what I'm going to use it for once my garlic is harvested. I'm not sure. So that will be, I've used it for onions, for tomatoes, peppers. I've used this bed for pretty much everything that you can think of. So I'm really excited to see what I'll be able to use it for this year. If you have any suggestions on what I should use it for my 2025 gardening year, please let me know in the comment section. I really do love receiving suggestions, especially being in zone 6B, because you never know what type of vegetables you would, love growing. So if you have any suggestions that are perfect for a raised bed, please let me know. Also, one of the things that I love about the size of the raised bed in this area, this is, see the little gap with the piping. And again, that was just my era, not really paying attention. And for those inquiring minds, I did mulch with the brown like shredded paper as well as the leaves for the garlic. I just found that the paper added a really nice support. The leaves just pretty much would blow off. They just consistently blew off throughout, the seasons. And the paper, the shredded like brown paper, which is like the packaging paper, added a lot of nice support to weigh down the leaves. So that is something that I definitely look forward to doing in next year for growing garlic. That's something that I learned. If you could just add a layer of something that's just going to add the weight down to hold down the leaves, it's perfect. And I'm really excited about this raised bed. As you can see, it's a close-up of the bolt. There's no rusting. Just a closer look. I did look on Amazon to see if I could find the exact raised bed. I believe they have a newer version, and I put that in the description if you are interested in purchasing any of their products. I highly would recommend this brand. Again, after 3 years, there has been no issues at all, no rusting, no bowing, nothing with this raised bed. It's been amazing, and it's been just the perfect addition to my garden family, and I really do love it. And it just like the green just pops out, and it was my first, so it definitely is something that's very, very special and near and dear to my heart. And I'm happy that it has been such a great investment for me, and I haven't had to replace it. I really appreciate you guys checking out this video. If you have any additional questions about any of my raised beds or anything about my gardening season for 2025 and beyond, please feel free to ask me any questions. That's what I'm here for. But again, I'm super excited about this gardening season. I really love the quality of this raised bed. It's been amazing, and I'm super excited to see what the 2025 garden season has in store for me.